Ga- What's happening here? There are a lot of people coming in, even there are people who are not even in our team. What's happening? I thought this was for leaders alone. Who is Ambassador Cyril AG?
Ambassador Ifeanyi, we are live. Obviously, someone mistakenly shared the link.
Okay. We need to create another link then.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. If you can hear me, kindly indicate on the Zoom chat. You're on YouTube. Kindly indicate, send a message. Let me know that you can hear me. If you can hear me clearly, please indicate that you can hear me clearly. Those in the Zoom room, kindly indicate if you can hear me clearly. And okay, can you hear me clearly? Ambassador Ifeanyi, please confirm that you can hear me. Okay, all right. Thank you. So we're starting, and well, as usual, we'll definitely start with a word of prayer. So before I do that, please inform everybody, all your teammates, that we're using the YouTube link. Some people are still trying to log into the Zoom link, but we're using YouTube. YouTube is the place. So please make that announcement so that we can quickly move on. So our Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for your goodness. We thank you for your faithfulness. We thank you for who you are to us. We give you praise, we give you adoration. Thank you for the beautiful outing that we had yesterday. Thank you for everyone under the sound of my voice. Thank you for those who you gave to give. Because it is clear that once you're sure that you can get things done through us, you'll make it available to us as well. So we thank you for the opportunity and for the privilege to be on the side that gives, not on the side that is looking to receive. We give you praise, we give you adoration. We commit this cell meeting this morning, this special cell meeting this morning, into your hands, and we ask that you take total control in the mighty name of Jesus. We give you praise, we give you adoration, for in Jesus' precious and wonderful name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen and amen. That's fantastic. So we're moving on quickly. We started off a little bit behind time, but we're moving on quickly right now. So I would start first and foremost by recognizing the amazing leaders of this team that, you come and everything is looking organized and all of that. There are people behind the scenes that are making these possible, that are making everything that Team 247 is all about, that makes it possible. We have the person charging the cost, the person driving, the driver of this team, which is our very own Ambassador Obianefo Esimai. And then in no particular order, we have our beautiful ambassadors, Ambassador Chinonye Anodere, Ambassador Onyeki Esimai, Ambassador Deborah, Ambassador BQ, the billionaire queen. We have Ambassador Kelechi Anodere. We have Ambassador Sam Ozani. We have his beautiful wife that stands by his side and pushes him to, do all that he does. And I hope I didn't leave anybody out. We have Ambassador Famoni and my very, very, very humble self, all right? So please make some noise for them, say thank you, because every time you come and things are done, there was some work done behind the scenes. So these are people who have made it possible. So right now, where the cell meeting is basically to talk about to give us like a breakdown. We told you that we're going to be accountable. Every kobo that was contributed, that was put in to this beautiful project will be accounted for. So we're going to be giving us a breakdown of what our monies did yesterday for people. It was really, if you were there yesterday, make a comment, type something in the chat box, type something in the chat box. If you were there yesterday, let's know. How do you feel? How do you feel? What was your experience? Just type something in the chat box. Let people, because not everybody will have the opportunity to speak here, but in this meeting, type something in the chat box. Talk about how you felt. Personally, first I'll start by saying I was reminded that the mere fact that we're alive, that we have an opportunity to even be doing this business, it's something to be grateful for. There were babies that were on oxygen and so many things, heartbreaking scenarios and situations that we met there yesterday. And it was first and foremost a reminder to always be thankful. Be thankful, because many people are very good at, complaining about current situations. Oh, I made only, there's so many people complaining, oh, I made only 100,000 naira this month. Oh, I made only 500,000 naira this month. But there are people who cannot even afford 2,000 naira to pay for drugs. They can't afford 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira to pay their bed fee, hospital fees, and all of that. So yesterday was just a reminder to be very, very grateful, and thankful to God, first and foremost. And I also felt really excited to have the opportunity to be used to help other people. And it's really, really an exciting one. So type something. You can do it in one word, you can do it in two, in a sentence. Just how did you feel? I felt really privileged and I felt excited to be able to do that. There were some other smaller incidences that happened at the beginning where some people were able to sell off what they came to sell before they even started selling it. We our very own ambassador gave them some monies, and they were really excited because of their consistency. They had been consistent in front of the Shalom Plaza gates. So they received some gifts. There were things like that happened. And it was really, really exciting. We also had a small one at the hospital, where one of the nurses were selling stuff, and we bought off everything and still gave it back to her to sell. It was really, when you give and you see the smile on people's faces, the gratitude on people's faces, that is food for the soul. Trust me. In my own dictionary, it is food for the soul. So my job this morning is just to, do this little introduction. We're going to be going into the cell meeting in full, and I'm going to be handing over to one of our beautiful ambassadors who is going to give us a breakdown of everything that happened yesterday. The people we visited, some of the monies that were spent and all of that. So she's going to be giving us a little breakdown so we can have an idea. We're going to even see some visuals of some things that happened yesterday before the official video comes out. Of course, you're going to get a sneak peek into what happened yesterday. So I'll be handing over to our beautiful ambassador, Ambassador Debbie Maduka. Are you ready? She's going to be giving us a breakdown. Please welcome her very warmly. Scream, dance, clap, and do whatever you want to do in the chat box. So welcome her. Are you ready, Ambassador Debbie, to take us through the next segment of this meeting? We're moving fast this morning. We're going to be as fast as possible. And if your teammates are not in the meeting, please get them in. You don't want to miss this. Ambassador Debbie, are you ready? I'm going to be handing over to our beautiful Ambassador Deborah. All right, a round of applause for her. Over to you, Ambassador
Yes,
Debbie.
I am here. Good morning, Ambassador Beatrice. Thank you, everyone. I cannot explain the experience of yesterday. I cannot explain the experience of, the experience of yesterday. All my life, even working in the hospital, I've not seen those kind of, I don't know how to explain it, like the fact that people can be in the hospital and they are not receiving treatment because of 10,000. Now, because of 10,800, someone is in the hospital and they are not receiving treatment. It is horrible. Like, it is a very horrible experience. And the excitement, the joy, knowing that God can do this through us. At some point, I'm like, wait, we can actually make this in a culture. We can make it in a way that we'll keep on doing it like every month or thereabouts. There were even so many suggestions. And I could remember Ambassador Ifeanyi was saying something. And for the next hospital, we can delegate. At some point, I said, delegation won't feel this impact from delegation. What happened yesterday was God using us to restore some people's life. There was a particular woman we met. She had a cesarean, she had CS, and she was discharged. But even at that, it's like she started having sepsis. She came back to the hospital. There was nothing to buy anything. They gave her prescription, Rocephin. She could not even afford that. They changed it to a lower prescription, gentamicin and other combinations. She still could not afford that. 10,500. Like, it was horrible. It was something else. Guess what? Why they were saying she didn't even have money, the lady slumped. She lost so much blood. They have to sign, and they started blood transfusion. That was the first one. And they said, based on the recommendation, she's going to take at least minimum of 3. There was no money anywhere. Baby is 1 day old. Baby was busy looking for milk and nothing. It was something else. Now, to think of what God did through us yesterday, if you're part of this project, just know that the land is green and the harvest is now. Trust me when I say this. What God did through us yesterday and what God did through our vision team, like the idea of this whole project in the first place. When this project was conceived, it was more like, what are you talking about? Like another project again. Are we going to just be throwing our money just like that? But it's something spiritual. It's something spiritual. And if you're here, you're in the vision team, you've not keyed into this project, please make it happen. So many people are in the hospital because of 5,000 naira, they can lose their life. So many people are in the hospital because of 10,000 naira, they can lose their life. It is terrible. It's a terrible experience. From the neonat department to postnatal ward, to everything that we went through yesterday. It was a mind-blowing experience, and we cannot help than being grateful to God for putting us in a business like this, a business that permits us to help others, a business that permits us to be that instrument that other people can be liberated through us. Do you know what it is? That because of your donation, somebody is still living, somebody is still breathing. Of course, that word is spiritual. If God can do it, He can do it through us. As in, I saw the practicality of that word yesterday, and it was awesome. We can't go on. We had a case of a guy, a small boy he's 9 years old, but if you see the baby, he's just looking like 4 years. Yeah, he has sickle cell anemia. The parents, the dad is a bike rider. No money to even buy anything. They are just there on top of the bed. Nothing. Guys, if you're here, you need to just identify with the We Care project happening in your location. Trust me when I say this, so that you can experience what God is doing through us. And of course, everybody got motivated. Like, do you know the idea that because I'm making extra 1 matching bonus, somebody is going to leave the hospital bed? Because I'm making extra 1 referral bonus, somebody's hospital bill is going to be paid. Because I am in this business, somebody is not going to lose their life. There is no spiritual, as in there's no blessing you're asking of that is not in this project. So if you have not keyed into the project, key in into the project. If you've keyed into the project, as we announce the centers and the location and where it's happening, do everything possible to be there and experience those projects. Trust me, your life will not remain the same if you have the same experience we had yesterday. So I want to specially congratulate our Vision King, Ambassador Obianefo Esimai. I've always said this, working with these leaders, working with these masterminds, like everything they say, you cannot understand it with your human thinking. Trust me when I say this. You cannot understand it. If you're trying to rationalize it, if you're trying to read meaning into it, you cannot. But when you trust, when you follow, when you just key into the project and believe in it, believe in the wonders it's going to do in your life and in your business, it will start making sense. I had an amazing experience yesterday, and it was because of the We Care project. So I want to say thank you very much, Ambassador Obianefo Esimai. Thank you to all our G8 leaders, Ambassador Kelechi Anodere. Thank you to Ambassador Ifeanyi Oza, and of course, to other G leaders of Team 247 that made this possible. If God can do it through us, He will continue to do it through us. So at this point, I know I'm not worthy to bring on the Vision King himself, and I have been given the privilege to do that. I want everybody to go on the comment section. Go and say some word of prayers. This vision is not ordinary. Trust me when I say ordinary. It's not so at point. I want you to go to the comment section. I did not say welcome. Just say a short word of prayer for the Vision King and the G8 leaders we have in Team 247. May God continue to fill them up with wisdom, more ideas, more wisdom to do exploits, and more ideas to keep on leading us with strategic ideas. Now, so once you've done that, come back and let's celebrate our leader and bring him on our screen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a rare privilege given to me this morning to bring the Vision King on your screen this morning. I'm so excited, and I want you to join me this morning to welcome our elite mastermind, one of the principal mastermind, one of the G8 key leaders, the Vision King himself. Let's make some noise as we bring the Vision King on the screen as he takes us on this journey this morning. Thank you very much, sir. We're privileged to have you as our leader. God bless you. The screen is yours, sir. You're welcome. Let's keep on welcoming him. Let's keep on welcoming him on the comment section. Let's keep on welcoming him. Let's keep on welcoming him. Let's keep on welcoming him. Yes, 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 yes. If I am not seeing your welcome, if I'm not seeing your messages, he will not come on your screen. Let's keep on doing that. And trust me, if you're in any of the locations, you're in Ibadan, you're in Port Harcourt, you're in Akure, you're in Asaba, you're in any of those locations, pay attention and key into those projects. Experiencing this project will do something to your psychic. Trust me, experiencing this project will give you an idea of what happened yesterday. So many lives were saved. So many people were liberated. So many people were touched. All because we said yes to those projects. All because we said yes to the La Buena Vida project. And God is using us to do wonderful things in the life of people. It's so humbling. The experience was out of this world, knowing what God can do through us, and also experiencing life from other side. You know, most times you might be living your life, you don't even know what God is doing for you. You're living your life, you don't even know what is happening. You're living your life, you're complaining, oh, there is no money to do this. House rent is a problem. This one is a problem, right? Part of the wickedness is one thing, trust me, that can put you in a state of gratitude. If you can hear me, type gratitude. It's one thing that can put you in a state of of gratitude is where you're grateful for what God is doing in your life. So we are grateful for this opportunity. We are grateful for this project. We are grateful for so many lives God is going to touch from this project. There was a particular woman, we're asking her, what's the state of your baby? She couldn't even talk. Said the baby's body is swollen. The baby is just 3 weeks. It was a preterm baby. The baby's body was swollen. The woman was like, we gave her money. We said, okay, let her bill not be compounded. Let her go and clear her own bill first before the baby. We sent her like 7-something thousand there. This one quickly cleared the money, went, and instead of discharging herself, she went and used the money to make payments for the baby, bought drugs for the baby. That was also, of course, the love of a mother, right? We came back again. We asked, incubator is 6,000 every day for someone who cannot even afford 5,000 naira in a day. The baby is in incubator, 6,000 naira every single day. Guess what? We didn't have an option. We have to clear everything, clear the incubator for 30 days, clear the baby needs plasma transfusion, and there are some tests to be run. We cleared everything. In fact, it's not we. God cleared everything through us. God cleared everything through us. Trust me, if God can do it, he can do it through us. He can do it through us. So make yourself available for this project. Make yourself available for your business. Yes, because of course the money is coming from the business, right? This project is a divine project, a whole lot of experience. A whole lot of experience. At some point, I couldn't even enter the male surgical ward because the experience of the neonatal department and postnatal and everything was so humbling. We moved from budgeting for, was it 3 to 4 children in the neonatal department. We moved from there. We did in the pediatrics ward. We actually assisted how many kids? Up to 4 to 5 children. And then in the neonatal, it was supposed to be 1, but we moved from 1 to 3. There's a particular case of a teenager who just had a baby, could not afford anything. Like the baby is just there, nothing to take care of the baby. Guess what? We cleared everything. God cleared everything through us, not we. Not we, because trust me, this project is not ordinary, it's spiritual. God made that possible through us. And the excitement, the lady could not help it. As in, she knelt down, she was appreciating God, appreciating us. But of course, all the glory went to God because of what she felt yesterday is something that we cannot explain. So if you're here, keep on, don't cease praying for the leaders. Don't cease praying for the leaders, okay? Make sure that you key into those projects and put your mind and body in this project and let the blessing that is going to come from this project rain upon your business. Let it manifest upon your business. There's another case again, yes? Of a particular lady. The husband is a security man. The husband's salary is 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira. And the lady has already accumulated bills of almost how much? 70-something thousand from her lab, her delivery charge, and everything. No money, guys. You didn't get that. No money. This man's salary is 15,000. Please tell me, someone who is going to take care of a bill of 70-something thousand, how many months does he need to work for him to be able to do that? How many months? How many months do you think you need to work to be able to clear that challenge? Imagine, just do the math. That means if he's not spending 15,000 out of his salary, it will take him like 6-7 months to be able to clear the bill. And then you're not asking yourself, in these 6-7 months, what would the baby be eating? What would the mother be eating? What would the baby be sucking? It was a very humbling experience. Bill was 114,500. Thank you, Ambassador Monday, for recalling that. 114,000. Please do the math. That means the man's salary for 10 months cannot even clear the bill. The man's salary for 10 months cannot clear the bill. We're asking him, Oga, what do you do? He said he's a security man. What is your plan for this baby? He said, God. He said, God. You didn't get that. He said, hoping on God. That means all his salary, all his lifetime earning, 10 months cannot even take the wife and the baby out of the hospital. Guys, this experience is humbling. This experience, we cleared the woman's bill. God cleared the bill through us. And we paid the woman, the husband's salary for 3 months. Let her go and take care of herself. At least when she eats, she can be able to lactate. She can be able to take care of the baby. She can be able to cater for the newborn child. Please tell me, what offense did that child commit? Just tell me, what offense did that child commit? That he stepped into this world, that he stepped into Nigeria, that he's a Nigerian, that he was born into that family. I didn't know the sex anyway. It was a humbling experience. Humbling experience. Humbling, like the experience is out of this world. So if you're here today and you want to be part of this amazing project, you want to allow God to use you in this project, go on and on and on and on. So many people have said, oh, I can't participate. I don't even have 10,000 naira. This is the best time to sow into your business. This is the best time to sow into this project. This is the best time. The land is green, guys. The land is green. The best time to sow is now. The best time to make everything happen is now. The best time to create possibilities is now. Make it happen for you. Make it happen for your generation. Make it happen for your unborn kids. Make it happen for people around you. I don't know what your excuse is. Oh, I don't have 10,000 naira. If you have not participated, please participate. That 10,000 naira can be all that is needed to save somebody's life. That 10,000 naira can be all that is needed to save a whole generation. That 10,000 naira can be all that is needed to make somebody's life better. Decide to be part of this project. Decide to make this happen for yourself. And I want to congratulate you ahead of time. I want to congratulate you ahead of time for deciding to say yes to this project, for deciding to make this happen, for deciding to use this as an avenue to open the gates of heaven upon your business. Congratulations. And of course, you will start experiencing good things from today and beyond. There's another lady that her bill was everything, 12,000 naira, and then her lab was 2,000 naira. Everything was 14,000. She was just sweating. No money to take care of the bills, no money to buy medication, no money to do anything. She was just carrying her baby. As in, the baby was latching on, the breast milk was not coming out. No money to buy milk. Guys, we cleared the bills. God cleared the bills through us. We gave them extra money. Everything was 12,000. We gave them 20,000 naira to clear the bills and buy at least baby milk. Let baby be sucking the milk and be taking the milk. Why other things work out? I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. It is a humbling experience. Trust me. There's a particular lady, the one that the baby is in incubator. There were no longer bed space. They have to put her in one extension like that, as in someone who delivered a preterm baby. The baby is 3 weeks old. At that point, she's not even talking about herself. She was the one we cleared her bill, but she was not even talking about herself. She was talking about the baby. She was so, as in about her baby. Yes, that's what an average woman will do. An average woman will always put their life to actually save the life of their baby, right? So don't joke with this project. Don't just think that this project is just about you. No, it is beyond you. It is beyond us. Say yes to this project. Key into this project, as in make the best use of this project and see what God can do for you. I could go on and on and on and on and on, and time will not permit me to share everything. So at this point, I'll be bringing on our screen our Vision King to actually share the next strategies on how we are going to deploy the We Care project in other locations and how we're going to still carry out this exercise. Thank you very much, sir. This exercise is one of the gifts. Trust me, it's one of the gifts we got this year. And I believe that the showers of blessings is going to fall upon us because of this project. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the leaders here. Thank you to all the leaders that made this happen for us. And congratulations to everyone that participated. Ambassador, if you're there, the floor is yours. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you very much, Ambassador Debbie, for that explanation. And I want to congratulate everybody that was involved. And I want to say that we we're yet to start this business. I mean, this is just an offshoot, a glimpse of what is about to happen to all of us in this business. I mean, that is when God begins to use you, you become unstoppable. When God begins to use you, you become unstoppable. For everybody who's listening to me, wherever you are, and you're part of those who contributed money for the We Care project, I want to celebrate you. I want to bless you for heeding the word, the voice of care towards others, the voice of giving. I want to immensely lift your spirit this morning that little substance that you submitted, for some of you might be heavy substance, for some of you might not be so heavy, but for whatever the amount is, it has gone a long way to begin to impact lives. To me, personally, what I gathered from the whole exercise was, I have to make more money. You know, when we're talking about making money, as time goes on, you begin to understand the reason why you have to make money. It's very important. And once you understand this, because there are some people that won't do this business, like that security man. If you tell him to come and do this business, he doesn't possess the mental acumen, the mental sagacity, the mental fortitude to run this business. He can't. But here they were, the wife was looking helpless. In fact, that man is a drunkard. As I was speaking to him, what's his name? Gabriel. He was reeking of alcohol. I could smell it from his breath. And, you know, I asked him what he was doing. He's a security man. That help wasn't necessarily for that man, because this is a man that said, so I asked him, how are you going to take care of this? He has 2 babies. This is the second baby. Yeah? He has 2 babies. So how are you going to provide for them? He said, God. So, I mean, imagine if that kind of person comes to this business. So how come you've not signed up anybody? Is it God? I'm waiting for God. So we may not be able to get everybody to run this business, but at least we can reach out. When we run the business and we take it seriously and God begins to bless us, we can reach out to some people that may not be able to do this business, but then we can reach out to them, because the poor will always reign amongst us. But then what do we do? All right? It was a humbling experience for me. It was a massively humbling experience for me. And again, it's not just about giving the money. If not because of the peculiarity of the exercise, I would have loved every member to go from ward to ward so that they will experience what we experienced. But I mean, you know, they were around in the hospitals, they moved around, but then because we're so many, we couldn't go all together. So it was just the G leaders that went in, and we saw these things firsthand. It was massively humbling. Now, it wasn't just the fact that we were able to contribute. It was also the fact that we're able to be there. You know, there's a difference between you give out money, okay, help with the less privileged, and there's another scenario whereby you need to be on ground to make sure that the money is being used for what it was given out for. And that is why our presence there was exceedingly important, because while we were there, we found out what, you know, some hospitals do. You know, you send money to help patients. Instead of helping the patients, they first of all remove money to pay for hospital beds. You know, the patients have been here for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So let's remove money for hospital beds, time for the hospital beds, and then the patients are still there. They're not getting the care. They're not getting any, drugs to help them. And if they don't have the drugs, they will still remain in the hospital, and the hospital will still be counting for their beds. Now, there's nothing wrong making money as a hospital that is in business. Excuse me. Nothing wrong there, but for it to be balanced, if you're not there, it won't be balanced. So our presence there makes sure that the monies that we're giving out was being used for what it was meant for. And God helped us. We had a little bit more money, so we're able to also clear some of their hospital bills in terms of the bed space that they've used, and they couldn't clear it. For some patients, it was the oxygen. All right, I mean, one day 6,000 naira, and this oxygen is something that you cannot predict how long they're going to stay in the hospital to use that. So it was an exclusive. I mean, God, why I'm saying this is, you may have money to give, but if you don't have the health and time, because this business gives us that time, the money, and the health. So imagine you have the money to give, but you don't have the health to stand up and go and monitor what they're doing. It's also a challenge. If you have money to give, you don't have the time, it's also a challenge. So, that time to go there and experience all these things it's for lack of better word, I keep using the word humbling. It humbles you. Makes you know that, this could be you. Yes, we went to the general hospital, but then if you go to the private hospitals, you see chairmen that have billions in their bank account, but they cannot move. They're like vegetables in the hospital. Here in the general hospitals, you see the lowest of the lowest, those who have been beaten down by life. They don't have, what to, use to help themselves. But if you go to the private hospitals, you see chairmen, chairwomen lying like vegetables. Like that. And that begins to tell you something. For some of these chairmen, it's not as if they are bad people. It's not as if I am better than them. But if I'm alive, I'd have to be grateful. I'd have to humble myself to know that whatever success I think I'm getting, whatever achievements I think I've gotten, is nothing. If I have life, if I have breath, if I have my health together, it's nothing. I have to be grateful to God, because it's in humility that God raises us up. So I want to project this to all of us as you do engage in the We Care project in your area. Understand that it comes from a place of experiential humility, where nobody tells you to be humble, you be humble yourself. In your area, if you can make it into the words, fine. If you cannot make it, it's okay. Your presence is there enough to ginger the team, encourage the team. Just put on your white, if you don't have white La Buena, white We Care project t-shirt, use your La Buena Vida white t-shirt on a black jeans. All right, go there en masse, make your videos. Leaders will make their videos. The essence of this is to show us exactly what we made. A couple of minutes from now, Ambassador Ifeanyi, once you're ready, please let me know. Just to give us a couple of highlights. The main video is going to come out within the week. We had a professional videographer who came there and documented everything. The reason is just for us to have a documentation of what we're doing. And because some people also have this challenge. Why do you want to help people and you're showing the world? Why don't you just do it in private? Yeah. Now, I understand that. But number one, you'd have to articulate what you're doing. You have to document it. Number two, you'd have to have evidence to show people that this is the right way to go, and not tell people that this is the right way to go. You see, it is useless if we're the only ones giving. not useless per se, but it won't be as impactful as when other successful people begin to give. I mean, to some extent, we begin to change the society. Crime rate will begin to reduce a little bit. Uncertainty and crimes that associate with despondency and desperation will begin to reduce because more people who have are helping those who don't have. But if you have few people who have helping those who are, it will reach to a higher level. I mean, for that man, now let me shock you. That man I spoke to, that I said he was alcoholic. I mean, you can also blame him. His hands are full. He has 2 kids. He cannot take his wife out of the hospital. You know, life as according to him, has not been fair on him. You know, he made one statement that somebody he started with has become the DG or whatever of one company. Somebody he started with has gotten to that level. So apparently this guy is feeling that life has dealt him a low blow, that he's just being unfortunate. You know, for a man, you know, what do? You just look for succor. Who knows how the woman treats him, you know, in terms of, you know, does the woman encourage him? Does the woman, I don't know. But then the bottom line is, when a man is frustrated, he looks for substance to keep him alive. So some do drugs, some do drinks, you know. So I can't really outrightly blame him. Yes, he's an alcoholic, but then, you know, he's just looking for something, a way to get out of the whole bad scenario, right? But what if we have a lot more people giving? And they can't give by you telling them. They can't be motivated by you just telling them. But when they see it, you know, it motivates them. For some people who are not doing so well in the business, when they see these things after documenting them, when they see it, they get motivated to make more, because they see that this is a place where God can, you know, use me. If I have more and I can give, I mean, that becomes fulfilling. It becomes a fulfilling experience. All right. So if you're part of those who say, no, why should you document? It has its place. All right. And you know, don't be too religious about it. Yeah. I've had some people say that, you know, because you find in the Bible say, if you want to help, if your right hand wants to help, you know, your right hand shouldn't show your left hand what it's doing. Is in the Bible, right? Fine. But, you know, in context, you know, think about it. The Bible also says don't lie, right? But I've seen some pastors that lie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen them. They lie outrightly, and these are pastors that have been revered. Now, in school, somebody died, and the parents came to the school, and the pastor told the parents that, no, your son is well, let's just get to the VC's office, your son is well, just to calm her down. It was the pastor that told the parents to come to the office and did not tell the parents that their son was dead. Wasn't that a lie? That was a lie. But they knew that if they told the truth, this man, the father would have heart attack and most likely die. So they wanted to bring them to a place where they could surround them and then help them out, make sure that doctors were around and all that. Do you understand? But was it a lie? Yes, it was a lie. Is it written in the Bible you shouldn't lie? Yes. All right. So I'm painting this so that everybody will align with what we are doing, so that if you have issues here and there, it is taken care of. Because some of you will withdraw, say, after giving this thing now, they'll begin to post it on social media. Yes, we'll have to post it so that people will see what we're doing. But then is what is behind me posting it? Am I posting it to show that I have arrived, you know, we're the ones who are giving? You know, that's where it becomes a bit problematic. No, we're posting it to give an awareness, to show an awareness. Yes, we are running this business. We're also giving back. And please also join us to do so. All right, that's the essence. Now, for leaders who are in different areas, today is Friday, man, time flies. All right. 2 days ago, we had Travel Leaders Retreat. It was a full day event. Yesterday, We Care Retreat, We Care Project. It was also a full day event, approximately. I mean, it's been tiring. And here we are in the office. So for some leaders, for some travel leaders, they might need to start going back to their destinations today. So if you're a travel leader, and if you're a leader in different locations, the specific hospitals to be visited will be deployed today, not this morning, by this afternoon. Now, if you're in those areas, keep your ears to the ground so that you know where to take off. All right. Everything will be posted on the chat group. So just keep checking your chat, your group chats to see the information to be updated. All right. So just in case you want to be part of it, you just come out and support the team and go to your various hospitals. Now, for leaders who are going to take charge, we're going to have an exclusive meeting with you guys. Please be aware that you have to be involved. You don't just give money and go. For the hospitals, attempt to restrict your help, because there will be confusions. As you are there, somebody will come and whisper to you, there's a woman that just came. She doesn't have money to be admitted. She's people will begin to whisper things in your ear and you get confused. No, be streamlined and focused. Because we made that mistake. The first 3 patients we saw was out of, push. But then the problem is, if you start helping somebody who just got into the hospital, you don't know the more bills that will pop up. So that initial help may not be really helpful to them. All right. So we're looking at those who have been discharged, but they have no money to pay the accumulated bills, bed space, drugs and stuff. They are okay and they are to go, but no money to set them free. So these are the people, because we can't help everybody now. You understand? We just have to do what we can. So, but to guide us in doing that, we have to have a format. And that strategy is very simple. We look at those who in the antenatal, prenatal, surgery, those who have been discharged, but they don't have the money to, clear it out. So if we help them, that will go a long way to, get them back on their feet, get home, and then begin to prepare for life. All right. So that saves us the sentimental attachment towards some patients that you have been able to help in the initial stage, but then doctors will now call him that the doctor will now call you and say, hey, there's another surgery that needs to be taken. The amount is this. It continues and continues, and it becomes a bit, and if we exhaust the funds that we have, it becomes a bit problematic. That means we have shot ourselves in the foot. So the best is to look out for those who have been cleared, or those who their challenge is specific. They've not been cleared. All right, they're still there. But for them to be cleared, they need to buy this amount of drugs. They need to pay for this surgery. Then 90% of their wahala is solved. Okay? Just in case you go to the hospital and they say, well, there's nobody here who has been cleared that is owing. All of them have left, all right, in the whole of the hospital. So instead of falling into that, setback, so you could now ask, all right, is there any patient that that has an issue, maybe drugs, without getting these drugs, they can't proceed. They will keep remaining in the hospital, accumulating beds, space, bills, all right? And then, we have 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So, they would ask them to make an estimate of the drugs that needs to be purchased for their medication to commence, all right? So do that for them, all right? I'm speaking to the leaders who'll be in charge. We're still gonna have another meeting for that, all right? So just hear it now, firsthand. If you're not part of the leaders that's gonna be chosen, please, no matter your level in this business, let's follow the protocol, all right? I see some leaders do this. Don't wait to be told to stand down. It will become insulting to you based on the level you've gotten to the business. As far as you're not part of those who have been selected, it's not a do or die affair, right? It's just for coordination purposes. It doesn't mean that you're less a leader. It doesn't mean that you're less of yourself. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It just means that you weren't part of the people that were selected to do this. So don't get yourself in the position whereby you are going to be asked to stand down, and if you are the type that you have a very high ego, all right, you might not take it well. And you probably begin to say, why should I stand down? I mean, I'm a leader, and it gets a bit rowdy, all right? The best way to do it is, if you're not part of it, just leave it there, all right? This is not the only We Care project we're going to have. We're going to have multiple ones in the nearest future. It's going to be consistent, all right? Remember, this is our test phase. We're trying to test how this is going to happen, simultaneously across the globe, across Nigeria, first of all. So we haven't gotten it right yet. The modalities we're learning while we're doing this, okay? But after this first edition, we can streamline it better. So that is why, we can't get everybody involved at the same time. Let's just learn the process and still, give and still be impactful and still deliver, right? So as we're doing that, we're learning from the process, and then we'll be able to do it better in the next one, all right? So just bear with us. If you're a leader and you're not perhaps part of those who are going to go inside, to see these people, it's taxing, man. We stood for 3 hours, no food, nothing. We're able to get water at the end of the day. But, because we moved from word to word to word, getting these stories was draining, man. It would drain you. But, we got it done. So just bear with us, all right? If you're a leader and you're expecting that you're supposed to be selected and you're wearing, please don't take it personal. I beg of you, do not take it personally. We're still in the formation stage, trying to build this process to make sure that we get the right strategy and format so that subsequent ones will be a bit better. All right, so just hang in there with us, all right? And I thank you as you do so. So that being said, I want to, Ambassador Ifeanyi, are you there just to show one or two videos? Ambassador Ifeanyi, please indicate on the chat group here if you're ready. Let's do that. Just a couple of clips so that people would also see visuals before the main video comes out that will be sent out. Ambassador Ifeanyi, are you ready? All right. Ambassador, are you there? All right. Just before he comes in, please, Ambassador Debbie, check if anybody has any question. If you have any question, please, or any clarification, please put it down on the comment section on the YouTube channel. All right, Ambassador Debbie, please help me to check if anybody has any questions, concerns from there. Now, if you are here and you are a travel leader and you attended, your G leader would give you an assignment tomorrow morning. You're going to be analyzing and teaching what you learned from the travel leaders retreat. You're going to teach, all right? And it's going to go down so that members who didn't attend will get a glimpse, have a summarized feel of, what transpired, and it will help them as well. All right, so get ready. If you're a travel leader, get ready to do some training, all right, based on what you learned. So you could take Ambassador Mike's training and just, summarize it and teach it. It could be Ambassador Ronke's teaching. It could be Ambassador Victor's. It could be Ambassador Nefo's. Whatever one that you might be selected by a G leader to do that training tomorrow. All right, it's very important because for the travel leader, some of you think you've understood it. You don't understand anything until you can teach it. And if you don't understand, and you felt light, most of you felt sober, you knew that your time is about to come, but you're not prepared. For some of you, your time came and it passed you by, but it's a cycle, it will come again. But the next time it comes, will you be prepared? People keep missing their cycles. See, what I learned is some may say it's philosophical, but there's a backing to it. The way the world is round is the way your blessings will come. It takes a cycle. So when it comes and you miss it, it takes another cycle. But the thing is that I don't know how many days that cycle is. It could be one, and the next 10 years, it will come again. For some people, maybe the next 20 years, it will come again, all right? But the challenge is, are you going to live for the next 20 years? You don't know. So what if you don't live for the next 20 years? That opportunity will not come again till you die. Rather, when it comes again, you're already dead. Do you understand that? I know that it happens. I mean, opportunities, like they say, they don't come once. No, that's wrong. I missed several opportunities in the past, but today I'm making it. And this is why I know it is true. Come on, man. This business was around when I finished school. Come on. But I didn't understand. I wasn't prepared for it. I started Tianchi. I wasn't prepared for it. It wasn't an opportunity. Yes, there were people making money there. Yes, millions and millions of naira. But I wasn't ready for it. It took another cycle, all right? I think 10 years later, it came again. But I cannot specifically say that it takes 10 years. But I've read in different books alluding to the decade factor. But I can't yet call it a principle until I can effectively research on this. But I've read on different books, like 3 books now, that keep alluding to the decade factor, instigating that blessings come in cycles of a decade. And there's also a biblical explanation to that. So could it just be that, this cycle of blessings comes every 10 years? All right. So if you miss your time, you will not have any breakthrough again until the next 10 years. That's what it means. That means if it is a principle, if it is, like I'm not saying it's a principle yet, but it's, I've been getting fillers. So what if it's true? It means that if you missed an opportunity last 10 years, another one is about to come to you this year. But here's the challenge. The challenge is, if you're not prepared, it will still come. It won't come to you at your time. It will come whether you are prepared or not. But the thing is this, do you know that some of you, your time has come in this business, but you're not prepared, and because you're not prepared, this business will not deliver to you. It will expose the fact that you're not prepared, and you drop out. The way I dropped out from Tianchi because I wasn't prepared, right? For it to come again, it means that you're going to suffer for the next 10 years. If your own cycle is 10 years, the suffering will not have part 2. But the thing is this, that suffering is preparing you for the next 10 years. When the next opportunity comes, you don't get me. Some of you are suffering now. it means that maybe your own 10 years will expire in the next 2 years. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Your own 10 years of blessing cycle, you missed your own 8 years ago, meaning you need 2 years more for your cycle to mature and your time to come. And you are suffering today in this business. My brother, that suffering is meant to prepare you for your time. If that is the case, my brother, my sister, do not joke with what you're going through now, because your time is going to come in 2 years. By 2024, your time will come. But will you be ready? That's the question. All right. So if I were you, anything you are doing in this business now, be learning from it. You are getting no's, absorb it and learn from it. You get people sign up and they move from this business to another business, be learning from it. Be fortifying yourself, be making yourself stronger, be reading more about the business, be acquiring more knowledge about the business, getting better about the business, improving your communication skills. You're not having money, you're not making money, you are suffering. It is okay. That suffering is meant to what? Refine you, make you better, make you more powerful, make you more educated, make you more. For some of you, your time could come and then, people have been seeing your post on Facebook and post on and say, this guy, I know this guy. I know this young lady. She has been on this thing for the past 2 years. And your time coming may be that God will now bring a senator to you by 2024. A senator in maybe Peter Obi's government, maybe Atiku's government, maybe whoever becomes the president. Maybe Jagaban's government. And they're now looking for how they're going to give back. All right? And then it comes to you. And then he listens to you to speak because he has over R1 billion he stole. But his conscience is pricking him. He doesn't want to use that money to buy buildings. He wants to now empower people. The money of the Gentiles is about to be shifted. But then the senator gives you an audience and you are speaking, yago. You're speaking, It's like you're speaking in tongues to him. You're not making any sense. You don't have any depth. You are too shallow. Is this the person I want to hand over 1 billion to? It's okay, I'll get back to you. You've missed it. And guess what? The next time that will come for you will be the next 10 years. Think about it. But what if you use now to learn about this business, prepare yourself, your strength, your sagacity, your confidence, and the senator gives you an audience, bam, and you enter. You say, sir, sit down. Thank you very much. You're standing, sir, sit down. I like you, but then I'm about to show you something that will change your entire generation. He's looking at you. Who's this person with this audacity? And he says, by the way, you look so young. How old are you? And you say, I'm just 21 year old, sir. You began with one ridiculous confidence. Then his PA is looking at you as, who's this one? Who does this one think he is? And then you open your mouth, you begin to talk about vision. You're not even talking about money. Talk about vision. You talk about how to raise and empower. So no, this is the person. No. And the PA is whispering to him, sir, you have another meeting. Shh, please tell them to wait for me. And he's looking at you, you're 21 year old. And you're speaking, okay, please say no more. This thing you're talking about, Dabana Vida, can we start with at least 10 million? Let me empower my constituency. We have over 1,000 people I want to empower. But can we start? Oh, yes, sir, yeah. This is how to. What does that mean? By the time that money is released, what do you now hear? You say, this young man has blown. I don't blow. Abi? I don't blow means say you were prepared for your time. And when your time came, you took it. That is, I don't blow. And this is what Ambassador Michael Okoli made very clear. I'm just refining it. That's what it means. I don't blow. Means say my preparation has met the opportunity. I don't blow. And guess what? If you're still alive next 10 years, and another time for you will still come. And if you, because as you don't blow, you see, that blowing will require another level of experience, training, suffering. Yeah, that suffering is in quotes sacrifice. It's not suffering, but sacrifice. Because the suffering you're doing is also sacrifice. I mean, you're not eating, but you're sacrificing to still do the business. You're sacrificing to use the money you ought to have used to eat, all right, to make calls. It's sacrifice, but it's called suffering because sacrifice is equivalent to suffering because you're denying yourself of certain things that you would have used to enjoy, right? So that's what is called suffering. But suffering in the real sense of it is sacrifice. So by the time the senator releases the first 10 million and to release the next 20, first is 10 million, 50 million, the next is 100 million in those batches. But you see, you're also going to have the suffering of managing those funds and, and training all those people that are going to come into the business. Do you understand? Now, if you do it properly and you do it properly and you do it properly, the first year, second year, your business takes off. You are now expanding into Ghana, expanding, and your story is being, what you're doing, you're building yourself to the next level. Now, the next level is that the deputy, the vice president of UN calls you and says, we've seen what you're doing in Africa. Can you do this in Botswana? That's another, you don't hammer. We want to release, we want you to head the team of empowerment in Botswana and part of the Eastern region in Africa. We want to release $800 million and want you to head that team. Are you understanding me? The word is enough for the wise. So let's go back to the week. Ambassador Ifeanyi would just show us some of the clips. Ambassador Ifeanyi, are you there? Before we close. Ambassador Ifeanyi, over to you. And I want to really appreciate all the G leaders. I mean, all of us. I mean, Ambassador Noye had to be at the hospital, leaving the son in school. He was the only one remaining in school. And she just couldn't leave because we had to make sure that we coordinated properly. At some point, she wanted to leave, went downstairs. Oh, no. She had to come back. So these are part of the sacrifices that we do. And the reason I'm saying this is so that you also know that when it gets to your own turn, there will be sacrifices to be made. I appreciate all the G leaders. Ambassador Kelechi was there, Ambassador Famoni, Ambassador Beatrice, Ambassador Noye, Ambassador Sharon, Ambassador Vivian, Ambassador Ifeanyi, all right? And it was a wholesome exercise that we did, sacrificing the whole day. In fact, we had meetings throughout that day, but all those meetings were canceled. So I really want to appreciate them. Please go to the comment section and appreciate them one by one, all right? And of course, Ambassador Deborah was also there. So it's just to give you a visual glimpse of what transpired yesterday. All right, over to you, Ambassador Ifeanyi.
All right, thank you so much, boss, for giving me this privilege. All right, so I'm going to just play some clips, and I'm sure we're going to be blessed for those of us that couldn't make it.
I'm not afraid of everything.
Okay, Madam, on behalf of the team, we care about you and what you want to do. They see you since every day when I go come here, they serve. So we decide something. Look, we just put small smile for your face, amen. Don't buy everything. Won't buy everything. But wait. We go buy with this amount. Now 20,000 will be there. So now 20,000, But everything where they are now around 5,000. So carry that one.
Hi, hello everyone. Good afternoon. It's about people, and we're so excited. So this is Central 21 Freedom Group. It's one of our giving back projects, We Care projects. So today we are at Asokoro General Hospital, where we are helping people who
We Care, project of La Buena Vida project. We're here at the Socorro District Hospital, showing some care to people who can't afford to pay their hospital bills. People get
Guys, we're having some challenges with network. I don't know why. But then
We Care, project of La Buena Vida project. We're here at the Socorro District Hospital, showing some care to people who can't afford to pay their hospital bills. People get We care. We care. And we care. We care. La Buena Vida. We care project.
We care.
gashi nan kuma lokaci ya riga zo akan bangaren care project za mu zo mu warware musu yadda Allah ya mana in ma mu taimaka mu yi wa na ƙasa da haka ne Allah yake so.
All right, so life is not about what you can get. Life is about what you can give. This is called the We Care Project, reaching out to less privileged, those who cannot afford to pay their medical bills. And we are where now? Live in Asokoro.
yes, apologies for being able to extract all the videos and all of that. But then we'll make all available in the group, and then on our other groups, those that couldn't make it to Abuja. Pass it over to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. The major will have a compilation of these videos, and I'm going to send them out so you can see them. All right. So all the leaders that gave report for different locations, please, we're going to be having a meeting. It will be I'll confirm with the G leaders, then you guys will be notified. So that will come out with a timetable and location for where we're going to do the exercise tomorrow. Friday is a better time, all right, which is tomorrow. So get back to your team and begin to motivate them. Apart from the weekend, remember that you need to position yourself and begin to learn and get ready for your time. So once it comes, it will not expose you. All right, God bless all of you and see you at the top. All right, Ambassador Deborah, over to you.
Okay, everyone. So sorry, I was actually trying to claim hosts. So thank you, Ambassador. Thank you to all the leaders, the G8 leaders, the G leaders that made this possible. Of course, if God can do it, he can do it through us. So I think we'll be closing with a closing prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege of using us for this great assignment. We are grateful for everything you have done for us. We say, be thou exalted in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for your loving kindness. Thank you, Lord, for using us to touch the life of many. Blessed be the holy name, Abba Father. As we plan for the various locations, Lord, Father, give us more insight, more wisdom, Lord. Like the leaders on ground need different grades of wisdom to be able to pilot everything we did here in Abuja. Father, let that wisdom rest upon them so that they can be able to carry out this assignment in various locations. That at the end and at the climax of everything, your name and your name alone will highly be exalted. Thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to serve. We are not taking it for granted. Thank you, faithful Redeemer, for enriching lives, saving lives through us. We are grateful. We are grateful, Lord. And we'll say, let the showers of heaven, Lord, open up and rain upon our business. Let us step into our realm of abundance so that we can be able to do more, save more life, and help more people. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you, everyone.